Alright, let's dive into something that might seem like just another business deal on the surface, but trust me, there's a lot more to unpack here. So, Magnum Media just bought a cow, not an actual cow, mind you, but WCOW-97, a country radio station in La Crosse, Wisconsin. And they didn't stop there, they picked up 2 more stations in the deal. But here's where it gets interesting, this isn't just about expanding a portfolio. It's about legacy, nostalgia, and the evolving landscape of local media. Personally, I think this deal is a perfect example of how business decisions are often driven by more than just numbers. There's a human story here, and it's fascinating. First off, let's talk about the stations involved. Magnum Media is adding country, WCOW-97, sports simulcast, ESPN La Crosse, and another station to their lineup. These aren't just random acquisitions, they are strategic moves to solidify Magnum's presence in the La Crosse market. But what makes this really interesting is the personal connection. Reid Magnum, the buyer, shared that his dad's first ever visit to a radio station was at WCOW when he was just 4 years old. His uncle was an announcer there back in 1967. If you take a step back and think about it, this deal is as much about honoring family history as it is about business growth. It's a reminder that behind every corporate transaction, there are often deeply personal motivations. Now, let's talk about the broader implications. Local radio stations are facing stiff competition from streaming services and national networks. So, when a company like Magnum Media invests in these stations, it's a vote of confidence in the enduring power of local media. In my opinion, this is a smart move. Local stations have a unique ability to connect with their communities in ways that national platforms can't. They're not just playing music or broadcasting sports, they're part of the fabric of the community. What many people don't realize is that these stations often serve as a lifeline for local news, events, and culture. By acquiring these stations, Magnum is positioning itself as a key player in the La Crosse market, and that's no small feat. Another detail I find fascinating is the emotional weight of this deal. Reid Magnum mentioned his parents' connection to the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association and their early experiences in the industry. This raises a deeper question: how often do we see business decisions driven by such personal narratives? In a world where corporate deals are often seen as cold and calculated, this one feels different. It's a blend of nostalgia, ambition, and a genuine love for the medium. What this really suggests is that sometimes, the best business moves are the ones that come from the heart. But let's not forget the practical side of things. Magnum Media already owns several stations in the area, including classic rock, classic hits, and hot AC formats. By adding these new stations, they are diversifying their offerings and reaching a wider audience. From my perspective, this is a classic example of vertical integration. They're not just expanding, they're strengthening their hold on the market. And in an industry as competitive as media, that's crucial. So, what's the takeaway here? Personally, I think this deal is a reminder that business and emotion aren't mutually exclusive. It's also a testament to the resilience of local media in an increasingly globalized world. As we move forward, I'll be curious to see how Magnum leverages these new acquisitions to connect with the La Crosse community. One thing that immediately stands out is the potential for these stations to become even more deeply embedded in the local culture. And that, in my opinion, is what makes this deal so compelling. As we wrap up, I'll leave you with this thought: in an age where everything seems to be going digital, there's still a special place for local radio. It's not just about the music or the sports, it's about the stories, the connections, and the sense of belonging. So, the next time you tune into WCOW-97 or any local station, remember that there's a whole world of history and passion behind those airwaves. What do you think? Is local media still relevant in today's world? Let me know in the comments below.